Hey YouTube, Windraiser here. Today coming to you with another Studio Series review. Today I'm going to be looking at one of the members of the Constructicons. No, not that. Not those ones. This one. This is going to be fun. So first off, I want to take a look at his box. This is Constructicon Overload. MTMTE collection. Have no idea what that means. He is Revenge of the Fallen. And his box is a lot different. Oh, and I kept the price on him because I got him on clearance at Target. Yeah. But his artwork on his box is different than most Studio Series. Hello. So you have this beautiful artwork of him here on the side with his truck. No background in it anymore. Like no display thing. You have him here on the side, which is very nice. I do like that artwork. And then we have the product shot and the little brief bio with Devastator. Nothing on the bottom, nothing on the top except his name. But yeah. For people who do follow me on Instagram and TikTok, if you know what MTMTE means, let me know. Or if I Google it, I'll Google it and be like, oh, okay. Right. Oh, More Than Meets the Eye collection. It is sitting right there. I am stupid. So he's part of the More Than Meets the Eye collection. So every Studio Series now, I guess, is going to be in this box or this type of box style. Because, what is it? The new Devastation 2-pack is in this same style of box art. So, yay. I also want to take a look at his instructions. Because his instructions, one, we give his transformation to vehicle mode. And then we give his instructions to his combine mode, as well as the instructions to combine all the others to form Devastator. So now I have an obligation to hunt the rest of these down. Yay. But let's go ahead and get into this review before I lose my mind. So here we have Overload, and he does come with one little piece. That is the piece that forms the neck of Devastator. This is the piece that goes on Mixmaster. It is nicely detailed, and I like the nice neon green on here. As you can tell, these panels were glued in very poorly. It was like this out of the box, I swear. But yeah, it sits on him via these clips in a little slot right where my fingernail's pointing, and you basically just put it in and it just sits right there. Now for his type of vehicle mode, for me that looks really stupid, so I just take it off and keep it in the box where it belongs. It never comes out ever again. As for a size by size comparison, here he is with Red Alert, Bumblebee, if he gets on, and in front, Starscream. So you can see how big this boy is. He's going to be fun to transform. And don't get me wrong, I love transforming him. He is fun to transform. Like, really, really fun. But let's go ahead and get a close-up look at his vehicle mode. For some reason, certain parts of you don't want to stay in place. When I first transformed him, I thought I was doing it wrong, because I was like, okay, pieces are missing, and yeah. No, those are connection parts for... I didn't know. I had to rewatch the video to remember these are connection ports for Rampage and Long Haul, as well as this connection port here for Scavenger. But enough of that. Let's get into this. Sorry if you heard that. But this is a nice vehicle mode. I do love it. I love the molding here for the grill, the lights, got little ladders here, and the driver cockpit with the one windshield wiper. And I think the engine of this vehicle sits in here, like it's a massive engine. Got some molded detail down here. Very nice. Got the rivets of the hubcaps. Got some silver. Got some silver detailing up here up top. On the side we have some silver cages and some railing. And all in all, it's a beautiful vehicle mode. I do love it. And it rolls very well. Like I said, when I first transformed him, I had trouble with this whole section. Because the majority of it, this is his legs, this is his arms. So, let's go ahead and get into his transformation. And it's very cool. I did have to rewatch MGo's review on it after transforming it a couple times. So far, I have not had any paint chipping on this piece right here because this port plugs into that hole. And so far, I've had no chippage. So, yay. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and unpeg this whole section here, which is basically pegged in by two clips here, as well as this whole section is clipped onto here. And then we're going to take this and swing this over and just keep it like that for right now. Go ahead and rotate them over. Go ahead and fold these wheels out, and the inside of these wheels even have some nice detail of wires and pipes and brakes. Like, very nice. They didn't have to do it, but that's very cool. Once those are out the way, we can then take the head and the waist. As you see, it all moves together as one piece, and that always bothered me. I was like, what? For like the longest time for me, I was like, why is this not clipping into place? Because this would stick out a bit. The head and the waist are one piece. So I didn't know that. So go ahead and flip that up. Before we peg it in, we do have some molded detail here in the back of the mini torso, as well as stomach, as well as in the body himself. So you kind of see where his spark chamber is right here, which is very cool. I do love the detail on Studio Series. And there we go. So go ahead and unpeg the legs. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this wheel well or fender, flip it up, flip this out. There's some more details here. Flip this up, and we get some more details. Like, my gosh. And take this spike, which is his heel, and flip it all the way up. I thought it was supposed to be like that. Nope, I was wrong. Do the same on the other side. Flip it up, flip it in, flip up, and flip it back. And once you do that, you can flip these all the way back. Flip these up as far as you want them to go. I usually keep them up about there. And then bring down the knee spikes. And there you have his leg, his lower assembly, all done. And now we work on the arms. The arms are fun. So we're going to split this whole section. Rotate this. Come here, push out, and it will pop it out, so it'll swing it out on the joint. Rotate it, bring it out, fold up the claw. With this one, it is tabbed in at an angle. You have to pop it out, pull out, swing out, rotate, and extend down. Once you have that done, you can swing this up, and if you want, you can take this little tab and swing that down. It doesn't say to do that in the instructions. So with that, the second is... And there we have him transformed into his robot mode. And my God. If I was a little Autobot and I had to face this thing, no, I'd be like, sorry, Prime. Nah, I'm good for the day. Let one of the other guys face it. But this guy is just claws everywhere, and I find it very amusing. But let's go ahead and get a close-up look at that beautiful noggin, as Emga would put it. Very nicely done. Sadly, he has no eyes picked out because they would be in those little slits. But according to the box art, yeah, they're there. But they're just very, very tiny. So I love all the detail in the silver and the gunmetal that's picking out everything throughout the arms. Like, it's just beautiful. And even though he's my first movie Constructicon, I would have to say he's my favorite. Like, I've seen all the others, but I never got a chance to buy him because I really never saw him in stores. Why do you want to keep leaning like that? I'll put these down a bit. Yeah. If I put those down all the way, he might stay. Yeah. There we go. But yeah, posability on this guy. The head is on a ball joint, so he can look up, look down. He can do a full 360. Although mine's still tight. He has no waist joint due to how his waist moves. Oh, I almost forgot. This pegs into here, and this will clip here, and you bring out this little stinger. I forgot about that part. I'm sorry, people. Now he's complete. His arms. There's a ratchet here, but it's more of two stooping points. There's a ratchet here, a ratchet here. These arms, I don't know if they're on the whole thing because I never mess with them that much. Oh yeah, there is a rotational joint here. These arms are on their own joints. So this one is on a swivel with a 2-point hinge, and the claws can move in and out. Sadly, this one can't go all the way down. I wish it did. This arm can swing in and out. There's also a hinge here. There is a swivel, and there are 2 hinge joints here and here for dual curling. His legs can move forward and back about that far. They can swing out that far. If you move this up the way, they can swing out that far. There is a thigh swivel. I think he has a knee bend. Yeah, the knee joint is right here, so it goes that far. And the ankles can tilt inward. And I'm seeing details throughout this whole figure. Like there's pipes in here. There's hinges here. The inside of the legs has hinges and gears. There are gears and pipes hidden throughout his back and everything. Like, he's decked out with detail galore, and I'm here for it. But I do love this guy. I love his spindly arms. He does not want to stand, though. There we go. Here he is with Megatronus. I don't have any current movie figures with me from this line, so Here he is with Prime and Bumblebee from TF1. And here he is with one of my other Constructicons. Where'd you go? I just had you. Give me 1 second. All right, sorry about that. I had to get him in his robot mode. Here he is with one of my 86 Studio Series Constructicons. And since I have them both out, I may as well just bring the other guy out. But yeah, I actually do like him. For the longest time, when the Constructicons for the Studio Series Dark of the Moon guys were coming out, this is my fault, I literally passed on each and every one of them. That's my fault because I didn't want them, I didn't care for them, and I just didn't want to have anything to do with them. All right, and there he is with Scavenger. So here's a movie 86 Bayformer Constructicon with 86 Constructicons. Ooh, that's a mouthful. But yeah, now I am obligated to get the rest of these guys. So to get him into his his combined mode, we're gonna have to take him all the way back to vehicle mode and then go from there. So I'll be right back. Okay, so we got him back into vehicle mode, and we're gonna do this from scratch because I've never done this before, so I have to do this for the first time. All right, so we're gonna split these open, and then we're gonna rotate them this way and split them all the way out even more to where they look like that. And then we're gonna take them at this angle, rotate them up at this hinge here, and at this hinge, which I showed in robot mode, I'm gonna rotate that inward like so. So you want to have those looking like that. So once you do that, we're going to flip it around. We're going to come here to the little claw things. And it says, oh, my old man eyes do not want to read. All right. It says to bring them out. And I think yeah, I have to rotate these around to where they look like this. Or that claw like that. Okay. So unpeg, rotate, have it look like that. Okay. That way we can bring this piece and then you fold that piece out. So this comes forward, that comes up, and you have that looking like that. So you want his legs to look like this. Next, we're going to bring these down. Oh, there's a lot of steps to this. I have never done this before. Bring the hook all the way forward, like so. Okay. Then bring them up, and then rotate them in, and peg them into place into this hole here. Okay. So their leg, this is going to swing all the way around. This tab is going to go into that slot right there. And it will peg into that. So like that. So you have those done. I'm going to take this piece with the canopy, bring it all the way down. Fold these out. split the legs. Fold this all the way up. Fold this up, swing it over, and peg it into that spot. Bring it like that. And that is it. That is his combined mode. This is what he will be when he combines. This is basically the back, or the front of Devastator's crotch region. Because you'll have, if you have this figure, you have Longhaul over here, and Rampage over here, and Scavenger, and then everybody else combines. So that's the first time I've actually done that on camera. I can't let it drop. I have to hold it. Here he is next to a mainline Prime and a Studio Series Constructicon. That's a big waist piece. They're almost about the same size as the leg. Prime is literally the same size as that. As this, it is this portion of the leg that Prime is the same size as. But yeah, looks like I gotta hunt the other boys down. Oh, my wallet's gonna hate me. But it's gonna be worth it. So if I hunt these guys down first before I get the rest of the 86 Constructicons, we'll just say that's my Devastator. But yeah. But there you guys have it. There is my review. And he's going to stay like this until I turn the camera off. There is my review for the Constructicons payload from Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, part of the More Than Meets the Eye collection from Studio Series. I'm Windraiser, and I'll catch y'all in the next review.